afternoon, tomorrow afternoon, semifinals and finals on Sunday if we come in the top two in our bracket and then win that one. All kinds of hockey action. Some of us came up last night, some made the trip over the mountain passes this morning. Clear blue skies, nice dry roads, a perfect weekend for hockey in the mountains. We're glad that everybody's sitting in joining us on Friday, taking the day off work. We were getting complaint emails from all kinds of corporations across the globe saying that their staff is all taking this morning off because they need to watch this broadcast. We appreciate your vacation days getting bumped on the OTT Sports Network, but even more importantly, these kids.
And you know, Harry, you hear those stats about United lost productivity during March Madness. I think this game today should rival that loss of productivity there in the corporate world. And here we go.
Over the top, Bodine, other than Haviland and Popovic to start this. Canterbury and Duluth on the point. And Big Prokop in net. Taking this one early back into their own zone. Haviland makes a backhand pass all the way across the Popovic, who's playing one-on-one. Leads the blue line, takes a shot, steered away by the goalie. Peels that one back into his glove and hangs onto it. These are runtime periods too, is it? I can't remember the rules. Somebody said something out about
you win the period too. So each period, like if we score one, they score zero. We won that period.
And that goes against the tiebreakers on the win loss.
Yeah, and then the other thing is the least amount of, since this is the sportsman's tournament, the least amount of penalties.
There's another tiebreaker. Canterbury with the whip in from the point there. As we're trying to think of the rules. We're just making the rules up as we go along.
Yeah,
but it sounds official.
Let's make some more up, Harry. This is kind of fun.
Haviland tried to walk his way out of the corner, still controlling, backhands over. Popovic now still trying in towards the front of the net. Gets that taken away by Vail. And they can't get it out of the zone as Haviland continues to pester, dropping that over to Popovic coming out of the corner. Gets it off the toe of his stick, can't find the center of the net. Castillo now in there deep, Popovic still hanging in. He's going to rip off to the bench for a change now. Castillo's in deep. Vail turning back as the Warriors finish their changes, and now they come across center ice. Swinging on side, and then taking right out there. Manic at center ice. Dropping that one over to Clay Gabriel's walking in the left lane, coming in, spin his back around. Centering pass picked off by big number 18 for Vail.
I think that guy might be as tall as you are, Harry.
Good Beaver. That takes it back. Center's in front. Manic with the shot. Sees the rebound and sees the inside of the post. Cole Manic making it 1-0 here. A little under 13 minutes to go. Run time. First period up in. Where are we? Eagle, Colorado.
Yeah. It's quite the drive getting up here this morning, Harry.
You came up this morning?
I did, yeah.
Roads were still good?
It was perfect. Blue sky was great. You know, we played this game where you kind of have to name off cities and countries. It was fun, dude.
Got no sound yet. Did we do something wrong? We have sound now. Or maybe you have sound. That was a long time ago. I hope you guys got sound now. If you don't have sound and you can't hear me, let me know. Kocheski now. Back behind, up the point. To Manic, up the wing, sorry. Manic has Castillo, makes the pass across. Castillo tied up and he tips that one to the far side of Fredat. Eli Fredat walking in the right wing, centering pass, tipped out the Vail defender and then kicked to the side by the goaltender. Castillo keeping this one hard against the boards, doesn't even get back to the gown as Castillo tries to work his way to the center. Gets that one back, Manic in front, Fredat can't find the bouncing puck. Okay, now we have sound.
Okay.
Just the beginning there when they're warming up. We don't keep ourselves hot mic'd up the side of the net. In case we say something that we shouldn't live on mic.
I don't think that ever happens.
Our producers would not be happy with us if they have to pay more fines. There's going to be a penalty here for a rough against Littering and against White. Vail's going to get the penalty. That means your Warriors are going on a power play with 11 minutes to go in the first period. You get 5-on-4 action coming your way. Foster, Reber, and Popovic out there. Down and Bevan on the point. Ref gets it all sorted out here. But we still don't have time up on the clock. We're gonna wing it. Oh, quick tip in front. Goalie collapses on it, smothering it.
Yeah,
all right, gonna be minute and 30 penalties on the board. Minute and 30 penalties with runtime. You could play some pretty aggressive coaching strategizing in that. Foster wins that one back out to McGowan. Skating across the blue line, gets that tipped back in. Pass Weaver back into Foster. He leaves it for Weaver. Can't make his way out of the corner, but drops it over to Foster. Finding his way around the net. Bevan Foster out to the point. Bevan takes a shot. It's blocked.
They're heading the other way. McGowan's got to get up on top of it, getting raced there against the Vail players. He had two on top of him, but McGowan gets back to it first. Up off the boards, McGowan
feeding Foster across the blue line. McGowan going to stay with him going to the net as Foster's battling against two players, trying to get this set up on the power play with another 36 seconds left to go in this running clock. Foster still hanging behind the net. Trying to get clear the Vail player. Manages to take him down there. Now Cannonberg has it. Cannonberg with the shot. In through Weaver behind the net. Making his way around. Pass over to Foster. The player's going to be stepping out here in 12 seconds. To the front. Doesn't get it to Popovic. Intercepted and cleared out of the zone.
Dalou back with Canada. Both teams changing up here. Player step keeping out of the box.
Back to 5-on-5 with that quick one-time penalty. Burnett now working his way in deep. Backhanded out by Vail, but held in. Walked into by Bourdain. Burnett can't make his way out of the corner. Keeps it in on the boards though. Spinning back, can't center it. Backhand in front. Hoddling is trying out for the ice capades as he goes down. Salute over to Cannonberg. Cannonberg coming in. Takes a shot and that one's held onto by the goaltender in white.
All the pressure coming from the Warriors this morning. Nothing on the side of Prokop as he just goes for a skateboard. They're just keeping his legs moving.
8:20 left to go. It's 1-0 in this opening period of the Vail Sportsmanship Tournament. We are on OTT Sports Network. Thank you for tuning in with us. We're in Eagle, Colorado to start this one off. Heading back to Vail and Docks nice and later this afternoon. 4:30 start time on that one. A lot of hockey left to play here though, as Cannonberg's working his way in deep into the offensive zone. Puts that off the boards behind his back. Can't do it a second time as Vail strips the puck out of his reach. He tries to get it back. And then up off the glass, in and deep. Manic into the corner, gets body checked against that. Out with Castile and Popovic. Run around the far boards. Dalou trying to get to it. It sneaks across the blue line. He has to come back in. Couldn't get it up off the boards. Got lucky there with Vail mishandling the puck, but they dump it in deep for Cannonberg to come back and pick it up. Eddie Cannonberg up the boards to Popovic. Can't get it out. Does, and then Castile. Speed built up through neutral zone. Then stick down through the deep. That's going to be a penalty. Not a penalty.
That was unfortunate.
Coaches and fans calling for it. I even said it. They're going to let some aggressive play happen here. Physicality is part of hockey, but Kiwi hockey does not allow body checking. Castile with the centering. Panic with the second attempt, and the goalie comes across. Getting it, holding on to it.
See some pushing and some shoving. That goalie didn't like something to happen.
Goaltender coming out to have a chat with a couple of the players in the red.
He's just not happy he's having to see so many shots.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a couple more go past them right now, though. Quick games here.
It's almost over.
6:29 left, running down this clock. Win back by Vail as it goes through their crease. They try and back down it out of the zone. Foster denies that, and then Robert steps in on the point to hold it in.
Vail with the icing.
Another ice, wow.
That's going to be twisted down and taken back the other way. I'm hoping hoping it's going to be a little bit more open in Vail. We got up here last night, and today's opening day for half of the top of the mountain.
Oh.
And there was no restaurants open. They told us takeout only at 7 o'clock at the only pizza joint open, but there was still some good pizza. Looking forward to some more fun times in Vail, though.
How's the hotel?
Actually, it's amazing.
Oh.
Shout out to Antlers Lodge. It's like a residence hotel.
Okay.
All condos. We got a queen size bed and then bunk beds in the other room. Kai's got the queen. I'm sleeping on the top bunk.
Just like when we used to love those bunk beds back when I was in junior high.
I saw top bunk and I just called it right away. Robert now trying to keep this one in. Nobody cares where you're sleeping. Shot up. Call the game. Foster off the left wing. Block shot before it gets to the front of the net. Foster picking it up. Runs into forget behind the net. And then Vail backhands it up the far boards. Kevin Foster again behind. Kicks it up. And Vail clearing the zone. Trying not to ice this one again, but they're doing whatever they can to relieve the pressure. They keep it in at the blue line briefly. And then backhanded out by Weaver as he rips off to get changed up. Foster holding it into the blue line. Off the bench is Haviland. Steals that one coming in, taking it around wide left. Haviland backhands in front of the net.
What a good
With
move.
some shimmy and some shake. But the goaltender gets the better of him on that backhand. Great moves off the bench, but coming up a little bit short.
Must have been that pizza. Man, he was dealing. Couldn't quite finish it, but that sure was fun to watch.
We'll see if he can continue that as he's joined by the rest of his line. They're getting Popovic out there. Remain having a conversation with Cannonberg, but that one gets won back by Vail. Haviland behind the net. Pushes it out to Popovic, who takes the shot. Haviland banging in front. The goalie gets it on the second try, and now we're under 4 minutes left to go here in this first period. Still a 1-0 lead for your Warriors over this Vail White team. Mary Haviland, Brian Bodine with you in Eagle, Colorado on this sunny Friday morning. One back to Drew. And takes that pass across, but it's intercepted. Now Crew's got to get back on it. Vail coming in wide with the shot. Crew comes in and gets a stick down the block side.
What a
Good
recovery.
job by DeLue. Puts that one back out to Bodine. Out to Haviland, who can't get the handle on it, loses it behind him. Back to Bodine, trying to fight his way up to Popovic to Haviland, gets stepped into. And Vail turns, knocks that one in. That should be icing, but they wave
that one off.
Cannonberg in his own end. Coming up Main Street, walking up center ice is Cannonberg, going through. Out to the point, Haviland stepping in off the blue line, takes a shot. Blocker save up into the net. He was looking for that top corner, could not find it. Goaltender's been doing a good job here for this Vail team.
This goaltender looks like a AAA goaltender. Better yet, like he should be playing in
Lots of background noise. What's going on? What do we do to our mics? Is the altitude messing us up?
Yeah, I don't know. That's disappointing to hear.
I'm gonna try. I'll try it at intermission. Let's let this next 2 minutes and 37 seconds see if there might be a special little button that we can hit. Stewart out there, number 48, taped to the back of his jersey. Over to Lauber, trying to come in across the blue line. Shot deflected. That one goes up into the mesh one more time. I am going to slide this across to sound. That's on. I don't know what else to do. This is the way we're set up every other game.
We thought we had this figured out, Harry.
It's been good for the last few. Hopefully you guys can hear us. Vail coming up through center ice, being chased down by Casillo. Dumped in hard. Lauber giving chase. Lauber up the boards to Manic. Manic making that pass up to Castillo. Comes around the last defender. Castillo looking to get the shot off. He does just that and buries it. Takes the goalie out of his pads and puts that one home. Goalie can't save everything. Castillo just proves that with 1:24 left. Your Warriors go up 2-0.
This game is going by so fast I can't believe it. I wish all those T-ball games I used to have to attend when my kids were 5 went by this fast. Those were brutal.
I I was going to say it's going fast like a work day, but it is a work day today, so it is going fast. I can say it's the quickest work morning I've ever had.
Fredette centering. Foster tipping it over to Weber. Weber working his way in deep. Still has it. Has McGowan, but he circles around. Back into Foster behind the net. Foster to the point to Bevan. Dumps it right back into Foster. Held on there by Fredette as he works his way around. Centers it out. Forgot to take the shot, but Bevan keeps it in. Foster's going to have his attempt at it as he goes into the corner. Up off the boards. Fredette holding in there as both players hit the ice with 13 seconds left to go. Weaver keeping this in. Back over to Fredette. Centering pass stopped there by Vail.
Coming out of the zone, 5 seconds to tick off this clock. They make the pass up. It gets tipped into the offensive zone for Vail. The dump right out of the defensive zone by the Warriors. They finished the first period 2-0, so in that tiebreaker, we are 1 period up on the rest of the teams in this tournament. Showing lots of background noise even on here. I don't know what to do.
We got a message from one of our fans that just said the sound is perfect. So,
well, for the other fan that says it was too much background noise, time to just turn up your hearing aids and get your life figured out.
well, this is going so quick, I don't even know if I can get our spotlight player in. The game's going to be over before I even finish reading these things off, but let's go ahead and spotlight our goalie. Prokop, Simon Prokop, pulling that net up. Big body in the net. His favorite team, who else would it be? Colorado Avalanche, Harry. Favorite player, Nathan McKinnon. Some of the other things he likes to do, basketball, soccer, and he plays guitar. He's quite good at guitar. And you're not going to believe this, but these are some of my favorite fun facts of all time for these youngsters. He can solve a Rubik's Cube in 23 seconds.
A Rubik's Cube in 23 seconds? How do you peel the stickers off and put them on in 23 seconds?
I don't know. I used to take it apart with a screwdriver and put it back together when I solved it. And then another fun fact, I'm not going to stop. I'm not stopping at one. I got 2 for this young man. He can list every country in the world.
Every country in the world?
Every country in the world.
I don't even know how many are in North America. That is absolutely amazing.
I wonder if he can do that while he's solving a Rubik's Cube. Just like rattling out like Angola, Australia, things like continent. But you know what I mean.
I know what you mean, but the rest of the planet might not know that it's not a country.
I really like those fun facts.
That's amazing. Solving Rubik's Cubes, knowing all the countries in the world. Let's see if he has time to do that here in the second period, as I don't even know if he has a shot against him yet. His team's been playing some amazing offense, trying to do the same.
In fact, we should give him a Rubik's Cube right now. He could probably solve it with that blocker and mid on.
Challenge accepted. Simon Prokop here, highlight player of the game.
Barrett Bodine with it now, though, coming into the offensive zone, keeping it away from Prokop. He takes a shot, goalie misses on the glove, and then Popovic puts it back to Bodine behind the net. Barrett back up, can't get it back to the point. Haviland keeps it in, tips it back over to Bodine, jumps off of his stick, and Bevan dumps it in deep so Haviland can chase it down. Haviland playing soccer back over to Bodine. And they decide they want to wrap this around the far side because Noah Popovic hasn't seen any action. He kicks it out to the point. McGowan lines, fires. And that one gets bounced off of a few things in front. Another viewer just telling us that sound carries different at higher elevations. I don't know if that's a real fact or not, but I'm going to buy it. Here comes the
Vail squad on the other side. Cannonball off the boards, taking it into the corner. Forcing the player to work it out towards the front. Vail now. Shoots, block,
Wow.
Prokop comes around.
He put that Rubik's Cube down and made a couple good saves there. That was fantastic.
excellent pad save there. Good thing we didn't get him that Rubik. Up to Popovic. Stretch pass. He works his way in against 2 players. His lines are changing up. Popovic hanging on to this. Out to Castillo in front. Couldn't put it back in his forehand. The pop pass on his forehand. Takes a shot. Blocker save. High stick in front by Castillo. They would have called it off anyways. That should not be outside. The other team touched it. And ref's going to bring this one outside. It should not be. Oh well. With the rule book, we haven't read all the rules here yet. Take it all the way down for that high stick.
All the way down.
Is that
to the high stick.
really? The high stick in the offensive zone goes all the way down after the other team touches it?
I wasn't sure about that either, Harry.
Well, it is what it is.
We'll go back to our producers in the truck, see if we can get an answer on that one.
Stewart looking to chase Vail into their own end. Gets a stick on it. Stewart takes the man. The puck gets loose. Out to Vail at the blue line. Jumps over his stick. Wave off icing, but it's not going to make it anyway. I think the refs still haven't had their second cup of coffee yet this morning. Pass up to Castillo across the blue line. Drop for Stewart. Intercepted by Vail, but kept in by Duluth. Backhand in front. Down by Manic. Another deep kicking that one off to the far side. Held in by Duluth, and then Vail clearing his zone.
Stewart's got that jersey. Looks like he made himself in the intermission.
A little bit of arts and crafts going on behind the Warriors bench, making Stewart a jersey. Vail comes in, takes a shot, and puts it wide. Kolcheski up off the boards, tipped out of the zone by Weaver. Castillo can't find it, and Vail dumps it back. Kolcheski with another opportunity. Has a little bit of time behind his net. Feeds it up, but tipped out of the reach of Manic and dumped against the glass. Back and forth over the glass. Castillo powers his way through. And Castillo comes across, takes a shot, another blocker save. That goalie's got some quick reflex with that right hand. That blocker's come across a few times, making yet another save with 11:14 left to run off this runtime second period. Scores 2-0 for the Wolves over Vail.
Do we know if all periods are runtime, Harry? Or is it just this first
I will
and
be able to
second?
tell you that in about 11 minutes and 1 second plus an intermission. The rule book here, I'm trying to flip through it and find it. It's like 708 pages long.
Yeah.
We want to make sure everything's in check for this Vail Sportsmanship Tournament.
Well, the T&Cs are crazy at this tournament.
Kolcheski managing to keep that in. Fredette looking for Foster. Fredette keeps banging around with it. Foster is going with him to the far side.
Kids seem to be running into each other. Not so sure.
Keeping it in. I'm going to say I'm happy we're playing Vail White and not Vail Blue right now.
Yeah.
Arapahoe's looking like they still need to get their feet underneath them, get adjusted to this altitude. Eagle is only 6,683 feet. It's not that much higher than Denver.
Fun fact.
Over Vail this afternoon, though, 8,150-foot elevation at that Dobson Ice Arena. Bring out the oxygen masks, and two players are headed to the box. A little bit of kerfuffle behind the play sends them for coincidental roughing. They continue to chirp at each other in the bench. Scorekeepers having to hold them back. We'll see how that develops.
While he's logging this penalty, I think the period's going to be over.
They're making sure they got 5 on 5 here.
For some reason, someone's got a minute 28, the other one's got a minute 30. I like that.
We got a minute 30, they got a minute 28.
I've never seen that before. I like it.
It's 2 seconds worse for that punch that you threw.
I like that.
Fredette controlling this one behind the offensive net.
I saw that actually in the Avs game the other night. One guy got a minute 59, the other guy got a 2-minute penalty.
So we're just following the lead of the NHL. Maybe that's why I don't understand all the rules, because I don't understand them all in the NHL. Andy Bevan dumps out into the far side. Foster loses his stick trying to poke for it.
There we go.
Turns and dumps that all the way
Just
down.
turn
the ice.
fire.
Make that an icing call with 8:52 left to go.
If they skate back really slow, they could run this period out.
Well, at least run the other team's penalty off and not ours, though. Not those extra 2 seconds here.
Those 2 seconds will come back to bite us here, I'll tell you what.
O'Day and Popovic Howland joining Bevan and McGowan. Offensive zone face-off 5-on-5. All the way down to 8:27. Held at the point with a kick stayed there by McGowan. Up against the boards, Hamilton fighting for it, loses to the second Vail player, enters the equation. Comes out to Bevan at center ice. Bevan a little bit high for Popovic to knock down. Now Vail looking for a way out of their own end around the net. Skates past Holland and out of their own zone. Going in deep. Vail still has it. Stopped there by Popovic and spun around quickly. Popovic looking for Haviland at center ice and finds him. Coming in one-on-one. Haviland can't go through the big stick of number 18. Goes around into the corner, still fighting for it. Gets held up there behind the boards, but goes into the far corner. Still has it, centering pass over to Popovic.
Oh my goodness.
Sneaks outside the zone. And Canterbury comes in just onside. What, is that a whistle? No, it wasn't a whistle. We got music playing during the game here. Who's controlling that?
This is confusing. I'm confused.
All right, Bodine, back to the action. Canterbury, I was just watching. They were trying to let the players out of the penalty box on a 5-on-5. Haviland stick handling his way around. Can't get through that number 18. Number 18 owning Haviland this shift. Canterbury checking up at center, trying to get that through to Stewart. Vail now spinning the momentum the other way, dumping it in deep. Canterbury back in his own end. Gets taken down. That was like one of those moves where you kneel down behind the guy and somebody comes and pushes you over. But the Warriors still have it working their way across the blue line. Vail does not let them do that. Henry Canterbury rips it around the far side out of the reach of Stewart and held in by Vail.
Whoa.
Flipped high, Prokop trying to get a glove on that. That goes off the edge of his mitt.
Oh.
And no call on that one.
Yeah, that's a penalty.
The fans called that one.
Yeah, they did.
There's absolutely no hand up on the ref. The fans yell at him. But I'm not going to deny that that was a penalty. It came in a little bit aggressively there.
I don't even know what to say about this game here. 2-0. This is weird. Our guys are running into each other, and this is some sloppy play by your Warrior team this morning.
You said it, but I agree with you. There's got to be some adjustments here if they're expecting to have the success that they did last weekend. Again, beating Vail in that final last week and a take-home championship banner. Another one up for grabs, but this is going to probably be their easiest of competition this weekend.
Yeah.
We've got Aspen this afternoon, who's always puts together a strong team. Another one in on Prokop. On the power play, they're managing to get some shots in on Simon Prokop. Minute and 2 left to go. Now's the time the coaches need to make that change. Kill another minute off this runtime clock. Steele and Weber again running into each other. Weber up to Stewart at center. Spinning right over back to Vail. Stewart trying to chase it down. Olszewski back over to Vail. Spins it back out of the zone to Stewart, who gets caught up with it. Drops back to Robin on the far end. Gets across the red line, works his way through, dumping that one knee deep. 30 seconds left to go in the man advantage for Vail as Castillo steps in short-handed. Vail working it out the other way, 3-on-2 with Castillo on the back check. Over to McGowan, who's on the ice now, stepping through center ice. Out of the zone, waiting for Castillo to get back on. He does. And McGowan dumps it in deep. Making changes to this penalty kill unit. With only 6 seconds left to go, jumps over Bevan's stick. Over to Foster. Keeping it on the right side of the ice. Penalty expires and Maddox steps back on. 5-on-5 with 4:15 left to go. 2-0 still. Foster behind the net. We got to get a goal to win this period.
Yeah,
Tiebreakers are going to be important. Foster being interfered with. Bevan stepping in off the blue line. Working her way behind the net. Looking to wrap this around. Comes back out to the point. Still has it. Bevan with the shot blocked in front. Weaver at the point off of Foster's back. Burdette can't find the rubber, and then Vail picks it up.
This is strange.
There. Still not to the level that we've watched, but here comes Foster. Backhand goes wide as Vail was closing in on him. Send it out for Burdette. Flips that one. Against the Brooks of Foster. Vail coming across the blue line.
Whoa!
McGowan coming over, get the shoulder into the jaw there. They're skating off. Foster with a shot blocked up into the net.
Wow.
Wow, Wow. Let's just call it strange play
This
going
is
on right
strange,
now.
Harry. I don't even know what to say.
Not your typical Warriors
No.
gameplay, game speed, game agility. Pick any of those words. I don't know if they're adverbs or verbs or what they are because I'm not an English major. You haven't figured that out yet. You're tuning into the wrong broadcast. Baloo keeping it at the blue line. Haviland behind the net, trying to backhand it up in front for Bodine. Haviland still
Just
picks it up. Over to Bodine. Bodine takes that shot. Hits it wide again. Popovic tries to put it out to the point, but intercepted there as he blindly backhanded it for Cannonberg now. Looking for Bodine, finds Popovic. He loses it to Vail at center ice, right in front of the scorekeeper's bench. Fighting for it, Delu. Back over to Popovic, goes far side to Haviland, who can't handle the pass. Tips it up, then gets pinched up against the boards by number 18. Still pushing him up. Playing some physical hockey there, Haviland against number 18. Over the far end, Cannonberg in front, loose puck, Bodine back.
Oh my goodness.
Haviland backhands in front. Bodine now can't get the second shot off. Puts it out to the point, rinse and repeat. Cannonberg again.
Oh, I
And to the
like
far
that.
side
Look.
of Popovic.
Oh my goodness.
And now stick handles before he
You got
gets a
9
shot
guys
off.
open in front of the net. Oh my goodness gracious.
Off the back of the boards. They can't find it. Cannonberg again. Here we go. If you first you don't succeed, try again. And Vail tries for the third time and puts it off the boards all the way down. Icing whistled with a $1:23 left to go. The runtime second period here on the OTT Sports Network. We're in Eagle, Colorado, and your Warriors are up 2-0 against Vail White.
Yeah, this is very peculiar, Harry. I don't even know what to say. Oh, actually, I said that before.
I know I've said it already, but I'm very happy we're playing this team while we're figuring out what's going on. The Vail Blue team might have been a different story at this point. To Foster, fighting with Stewart. Foster gets taken down.
By his own guy or by the other guy?
We'll let the audience decide. Cannonberg walking in top of the circle. Shot
Oh, I
deflected
never
off
saw
the
that
boards.
one. Oh,
Taken down to Lou.
Oh, my
Centering
goodness.
and stopped there. Cannonberg puts that in back inside. That
oh my goodness.
the refs look at each other and go, was that offside? Yeah, only by about 6.5 feet. But they do figure it out. They blow the whistle. And now if they take enough time here, the clock's going to wind down.
This is crazy.
Lots of hockey left to play this weekend, though. For sure another 3 games, but now they get a shot off. Here's Foster comes in. Look at Foster shooting.
Oh!
Backhanded in for another save. Wow.
Well,
We come all the way up here, and we didn't win the second period. I don't know how that works. We got a tie in the second period. We're going into the third. There's 15 minutes on the clock. I'll let you know in a minute if it's going to be right time or not.
third. Second intermission.
Second intermission. What does that mean?
Harry, you know what time it is.
Is it time? It's time for the Scott Foster Fun Fact.
It is.
Dun-dun-dun.
This is a good one. I don't know all the details, but here's a summary. You know how Scott and Venetia actually met?
I have no clue.
Well, let me tell you. They were both, I think, backpacking through Europe. Scott had traveled up from Canada and Venetia up there from South Africa. They actually met on a bus at the beginning of their travels. They reunited again at the end of their travels. They both went back their separate ways. I think they long distance dated, she in South Africa, he in Canada, and the rest is history. Now they're happily married, a couple of kids, and the guy who you'll never have a guy more passionate about getting that puck and dumping it deep than you will Scott Foster. But there you go, and now you know how Scott and Venetia met. Kind of cute. They could make a movie about that kind of stuff, couldn't they, Harry?
They almost could. I think somebody wrote a song. You start walking your way, I'll start walking mine. We'll meet on a bus in Europe, and then we'll cross the line. As Vail does on the blue one. And
I love how you transitioned into
far
that one,
side
Harry.
from Bodine. You like that?
Yeah.
That's what 17 years of broadcasting school does for you. Bodine in deep against the boards, working his way out to Burdette in front. Burdette shooting, block in front. Bodine comes around, trying to get
Oh,
a
my
second
goodness.
one off. Vail stops it.
Oh my goodness. Oh, it gets
Knocked
just
down.
hauled
There's
down.
going to be a penalty against Vail for that. Lobber going in hard.
Yeah, he
Vail
got hauled
takes him
down.
out. And we're going to have a stop time third period as 13:22 is halted on the clock. Good tunes jamming out here this morning. Still Friday. Feels like a Sunday afternoon for me. It is Friday morning. Bodine at center with Fredette and Weber. Lobber and Kolcheski on the pointless. Lobber that keeps that one in. Ringing around the boards for Fredette on the far side. Fredette tries to go behind the boards. Stopped by Vail behind the net. So off the boards. Gonna be a long weekend for me too. Kolcheski keeping that one in on the point. Tipped out by Weber on the power play, trying to get set up. Burdette puts it back out. Weber and then out to Lobber holding it in. Lobber takes that shot, blocked by Vail.
Didn't get through. Oh my goodness.
Lobber losing that one, racing backward. Kolcheski gonna be first to get there. Far side to Burdette. Comes across the blue line with Bodine. Stick handling into the slot, gets a second shot at
Oh my goodness.
Wide open cage yawning at him, and he missed that one. Fredette with another chance, taking that one. The goalie got a piece of that block before the cross. Dumping it into the corner. On the power play. Ryan's calling for another penalty. They don't get the call on that one, but in. Gets away with it and then into the corner. Stepping in is Bevan. She's in deep, retrieving back to the point to cover that score. As it comes out the far side of the down. Now he goes into the corner. Centering to Fredette. Shot blocker down again. Castillo coming off the bench, holding to the point. Weaver working his way through. McGowan puts that across the blue line as a player stepped out behind him. Vail chasing him down hard up off the boards of Castillo. Across the blue line with two players with him. Castillo power move to the front. Up over the shoulder. Puts it in the net. That's the kind of power moves we're used to here. The pressure pays off. 3-0 now. 12:34 left to go in this third period.
It is a stop clock here in this third period, Harry.
Yes. I was just talking about that.
You said we know in 11 minutes, and you're right, we do know, because I'm looking at a stop clock.
We'll see. Hopefully we find out if there's a run clock for the goal difference. Yeah. They just got to tick on a few more here. Finding their legs here in the third period. Your Warriors up 3-0. McGowan going back into his own end to pick this up. Oh, almost intercepted by Vail, but they hold it in.
Oh my goodness gracious.
And McGowan tips that through the crease over the far side. Stewart takes a shoulder off the boards. And Manic picks up the puck across his line. Swinging at it is Vail. Manic just dumps that one in far with the steal to look for on the other side. Off the boards, McGowan pinching, back to Manic. To Bevan at point, holding it in. Skating her way through two players, gets hooked down and hauled down there. Castillo picking it up, back over to Bevan, across the line of McGowan. Sees the opening, shot, oh! That was deflected, but it went wide as he was looking to go top corner one more time.
That could have been a hooker.
Yeah, the hook there, getting away with it. Held in, but they are going to call it. Minute 30 seconds, and the Finn Stewart skates his way to the penalty box with his arts and crafts jersey. And he's going to sit there and think about what hooking really means to him.
You know, when I look down on this, you know, it reminds me of, you can't see it. You know what it reminds me of, Harry?
What is that?
It reminds me of those Chick-fil-A commercials where those cows have those eat more chicken signs. You know, they wrote up for themselves.
You are very correct. In fact, Popovic and Bodine out there to forward this penalty kill unit. Cannon, Dave, and Lobber, or Duluth, sorry, out there on D. Shot in. Bokop didn't see it, but it was stopped in front. Canterbury coming out the other way, short-handed with Bodine coming through center ice across the blue line. Bodine going towards the net, looking for a rebound. Goalie gives him one, but it's behind the net. There, Bodine into the corner.
Oh.
Avalanche just missing off the bench on that, and then Canterbury misses at the blue line. And they skate back. Puts it across to his deep partner, Duluth. Finding Avalanche at the blue line. Can't go through the skates of the player. Dumps it out. They've got two.
How many? 8 guys?
How many players in white are have to be on the ice? Avalanche short-handed at center ice. Trying to center stop there. O'Reilly gets tripped up. Avalanche just dumps that one deep into the corner. Avalanche racing after it. Up against his nemesis 18. 18 clears it. Duluth can't knock it in. O'Reilly decides to stay on the ice. And now Duluth's going to get back, racing in the other way. Oh, with the dive. Canterbury gets that one out. What a defensive effort there by Henry Clinton.
I don't quite understand that line change by Bodine. If you want to go in, there's a pack of Pokemon cards on the bench.
Knocked in front by Canterbury. Shot by Vail. Another block by Canterbury.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, rebound is wide open. Avalanche against the board. Can't kick it out. Tripped down. Backhanded up to Vail. They're 12 for a trip. Hook to hold the stick on something. As Avalanche was fighting for it now. Your Warriors are going to go on the power play. 9 minutes and 47 seconds left to go. OTT Sports Network and our fans across the globe, we are thanking you for this Friday morning viewing. You've got a big weekend ahead of you if we can do everything right. There's going to be 6 games for you to watch. Stay tuned. We'll be 4:30 this afternoon. I think that's somewhere around 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. So when you're coming back from the club in Hong Kong, you can make sure you're tuning in with us.
I think that's about when you leave for the club over there. Oh my goodness.
Okay, well then before you leave to the club in Hong Kong, you'll be tuning in. Right now you're just up and then you're going to take your afternoon nap. Fredette fighting out to the point. Olszewski dumping it back in for Fredette. Vail bangs it back out the other way. Fredette keeps it in. Foster off the boards, can't put it back to himself. Pushing and shoving up against the boards. Warriors with the power play trying to get set up. Vail's holding them off.
Whoa!
Weaver shooting. Oh, bad serve as the goal comes across and kicks that one out to the side. Foster tipping it forward for that. Far side across. Olszewski's coming for it. Working his way in. Back out to the
I like that look.
Stepping in, 2 players in front. Oh, shot, rebound, still loose. Kick in front, it's in the crease. Players laying on top of it in the crease. Laying on top of the puck in the crease is a penalty.
Apparently, the fans are calling for a penalty on Arapahoe, which I don't care.
Why is there a penalty on Arapahoe?
I don't know. You can't just lie on the puck.
Just an awkward, weird morning here in Eagle, Colorado. We're all getting it figured out. Need to huff a little bit more oxygen and get our heads straightened up.
Oh, there's that jersey I was talking about. Let's see if I can zoom in on that. Oh, nope.
Castillo out to Lauder, keeping it in at the blue line. Vail to the point. Olszewski.
Oh, he kept it on.
The line. The fans are calling for an offside, but once it comes out, if it doesn't go back in, it's not offside. They haven't read the rule book either.
Good outlet
Castillo. That's center ice. Manic getting taken down behind the play. Castillo back over to eat more chicken. He fires one. That goes up off the glass line. Manic with a slap shot off from the point. Bevan stepping in off the blue line, keeping us in deep in the corner. Manic going in to look and pick it up. Up against big number 18 in Vail. Castillo with the aid. McGowan pinching tight against the boards, dropping for Castillo. Stewart ahead of him. Castillo looking for that hat trick. Puts it through. Stewart couldn't get that on there. And then the player is down behind the play. I'm not sure what happened behind the play.
I'm not sure either.
He's up and all right, though. I thought it was going to be a bench clearing brawl. They were just making line changes. As both teams have fresh sets of legs here with 7:39 left to go. 3-0 Arapahoe here in the first period. And know they'd like to put a couple more on here, because these tournaments always seem to come down to tiebreakers. Golden was number 3 or 4 in this.
One periods and penalties.
That's
and
an ice.
A lot of stuff going. It is an ice. The ref up ahead of the play call is the one behind. He's just getting back there, getting ready to drop this puck.
Vail winning the face-off in their own zone, backing it up off the boards, looking for the breakout. Tip it up, Bodine, McGowan pinching. Adeline back to Bodine. Popovic working his way out of the corner. Back to Adeline, who's just behind him. Out to the corner, McGowan holding it in, off the boards to Adeline again.
Centering passes, he had 2 players in front, he puts it off the skate. A great defensive play there by Vail, and noticing that, but here comes Adeline the other way. Shoots. Walker gets out. Bounces that one over. That looked like it was on the inside.
It was almost an own goal, I think, there.
McGowan holding in, walking through a few Vail players.
8 guys open in front again.
Can't get through the 7th Vail player, and Vail works that one way out the other side. McGowan's still with it. Popovic making his way through. Popovic on a break, coming in on his backhand. Through the crease and over to the other side. Adeline stepping into the corner against 3 Vail players. Back over to Popovic. Out to the point to McGowan. Bodine in front. Shot. Tip to the far side. Bodine behind the net. Out to Popovic.
There's the puck number we need. That's the puck number we need.
Adeline centers, but to the Vail player off the bench and picked up there by Fredette at center ice. Turning is McGowan. Coming in across the blue line. Drops for Bodine. Vail outside the blue line. McGowan dumps it back in for an offside call with 5:53 left to go. Again, a little bit of turning, a little bit of confusion, a little bit of wide open guys in front of the net too.
This
Can't get the puck through to him.
Yeah, this is strange.
Fredette, Cannonberg, and DeLue on the ice now for your Warriors. Foster finding his way through the offensive zone into the corner. Number 18 if Foster pinched up against there. Cannonberg skating around one.
Can't skate around the second one. Here comes Vail the other way. DeLue swinging at it. Weaver on the back check helping him out. DeLue forcing the player wide. Coming across is Weaver. They don't even get a shot off on net. Excellent work there. Cannonberg tips that one out to Foster. He can't hang on to it, but gets it back after Fredette comes into the play. Kevin Foster shoots. Looking for a headshot there on the goalie as he was going down, but he gets his glove in front of it, hanging on for another whistle. Still 3-0. Warriors hockey here on the OTT Sports Network in Eagle, Colorado. Maybe it was all those fun practices this week.
Something.
Coaches did a great job last weekend with this team, coming home with the banner and leaving their Thursday morning practice off. Now they're going to be talking about that. Vail coming in, taking a shot. Orkov hangs on for the whistle as there's 3 white jerseys crashing in on him. As I was saying, they had Thursday morning practice off. Had a pretty relaxed Monday practice. They're still working hard, still skating. But they weren't out there with the whips and the puke buckets like they usually are. Kalchevsky in behind his own net. Decide to manage this on that pass, dumped back in by Vail. Kalchevsky forced to retreat. Going against the Vail players, 2 of them in the corner. They can't center it. Joe Kalchevsky off the far boards. To Finn, eat more chicken. Stewart coming out of his zone, tipping it up to Castillo. Robert pinching in. They make the change, come off the bench. They have the puck. They don't get it in. Still not a lot of shots on net, but they have had some quality chances here.
Arapahoe needs to keep this steered the other direction. Try and get a few more on this Vail goalie.
They've beat them 3 times already. Looking for a few more as time ticks down. Under 4 minutes left to go here in this third period. Ref doing a couple of pirouettes and goes down there. Manic. Quick stop. Checks up. Reverse one more time. I could be a rapper with that. Out to the point. Olszewski across the lobber. Skating his way in. Manic trying to feed Castillo. Olszewski holding it in, holding his ground, and then all the way up, no ice.
No ice, okay.
We'll see how that was no ice, but it was.
Oh my goodness.
Water gets it out, but Popovic keeps it in, setting up. Popovic feeds it up to center ice. First one there is Vail. And they push this one in deep again. In their own zone, trying to get set up and get out is Bodine behind his net. Up the boards to Haviland, who backhands that straight to Vail in the slot. Over to Lobber, who tips that in, and Prokop says, guys, the other net's the other way. I'm going to hold this for you. We're going to have a little team meeting here. I'm going to say, go shoot on that guy, not on me. Looks like they all got the message from Prokop. They're going to line up here at the dock in their defensive zone. For a face-off under 3 minutes left to go in the third. Lobber up the boards to Popovic. Out of his reach. Kept in at the blue line by Vail. Lobber around the boards. Allen's got to skate to get back there. Vail beats him to the puck. Bodine behind the boards. Comes up with it. Taking it from Vail. Trying to work his way through. Off the skate of the Vail player. Bodine
Straight into the boot.
Out. Haviland to Bodine. He can't hang out to it. What is going on here?
I know, this is like one of those rec jamborees or something.
Around the boards. Haviland picks it up, has some time, sees some sauce across, drops it on the Popovic's stick. It does a bounce, goes over the blade. Popovic is chasing down the Vail player on the forecheck. Swiping at it is Foster, but here comes Vail through some ice. And then across the offensive blue line, taken from behind there by Foster as the puck goes into the corner. Center wide open. They got some sticks on that. I don't even know what to say. Players on the ice, the crowd's quiet, the players are quiet. Foster with the puck, tipping that up to Haviland, picked up by Vail at center ice, and they turn around and go the other way. 3-on-2 into the offensive zone comes Vail. Backhanded pass goes up the boards into the corner. Foster sticks that one away and has for that ahead of him. That with Weaver. Barrett trying to find his speed, being pushed up against the boards there by Vail. Still hanging on to it. Powers behind the net. Back out to McGowan at the point. McGowan back into Fredette. Final minute of play in the third period as McGowan has it at the blue line. Passes that across to Foster. Back out to the point to Bevan. Passing this puck around. The bench is yelling at him to shoot. Coaches tell him to calm down. They're doing a good job passing this puck around. Weaver backhands back in. Can't get it to Foster. Fredette spinning a slot outside the circle. It comes to Vail. Maybe they should have shot there. There's a few opportunities. Comes back to neutral ice in the final 30 seconds of this game. Fredette swinging at it. Dumped in deep. They're going to call that an icing. With 23 seconds left to go, we skate all the way down to the far side of the ice. 3-0's the lead right now. I'm going to make a weird guess that it's going to end 3-0 with the way that we've seen these teams playing in the third period.
This is peculiar.
I wondered if the coaches are going to want a little team meeting in between these two games this afternoon. We're back on the ice at 4:30. I have no clue what time it is right now. We got
11:13.
11:13, half-hour drive back to the hotel. Get some kind of rub in our bellies, and then head to the Dobson Ice Arena in Vail for a 4:30 tilt against Aspen. Another team we haven't seen yet this year. Aspen usually comes up with some pretty good squads, so looking forward to this team playing a little bit more aggressively and structured this afternoon against Aspen.
Yeah, wow, that was a weird one, Harry.
It is over. It's still a 3-0 victory with 2 periods won, 3 periods won. I don't know how it is. That's the first tiebreaker, and then we go into penalties and shots against the 74 tiebreakers. How many toenail clippings you still collect as a 4-year-old? But we are finishing this one up. They're going to shake hands. We're going to drive our way back down. You guys get your afternoon chores done. We'll see you back on the air at 4:30. Until then, Brian Bourdain with me, Harry Haviland on the mic right now on behalf of the OTT Sports Network. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you this afternoon.
Looking forward to that game, man.